Hey pals, how's it going? Cameron Parker here from Parker's Postcards, and in this video I'm going to tell you about one of the types of subject matters that I am going to start collecting when it comes to vintage postcards. I'm going to show you the cards that I have in my collection so far and let you know about this book that I found. Alright, so anybody who has seen these cards, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know if you are also as intrigued by them as me, or maybe you're not a cat person, so that's your hint, right? So I'm reading this directly from my computer, but anyone seriously into postcard collecting, which is called deltiology, would probably know that the Alfred Mainzer cat postcards, they were produced from the 1940s to the 1960s, and they depicted these colorful and kinetic scenes from everyday life and activities, such as sports back in the day, except the humans were replaced by none other than cats. And specifically, they're referred to, and you might need to use this in your title if you ever try to sell one of these cards or you're looking for these types of cards. Most of you probably are familiar with this term, but it is called anthropomorphic. It's when an animal, specifically in these postcards, these cats, take on the persona and dress and act like a human. And so again, the artist was Eugen Hartung, and he passed away in 1973. He rendered these cards in a very vibrant, fun, and therefore memorable style, and they're so detailed that genuinely I could look at a card and then come back and look at it another time and see something different, because there's so much detail in it. So now that I've told you a little bit about who created these cards, I want to share with you that there's a book that I bought on Amazon. It's essentially just scans of all these cards so that I myself can do my best to collect all of them and keep track of which ones I do and don't have. I'm going to show you the book and how I'm doing that. So anybody who's interested in getting this book, I will put a link below. And yes, it's an affiliate link, which all that means is that if you use that link because it's convenient to you, then I might get a couple pennies from Amazon. So if you want to use that link, fantastic. If you don't, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I just want to make it in a convenient place for you if you would ever want to buy this book. So it's in French, but really it's just cats and then the publishing company, Alfred Mainzer, and it's essentially just a book, paperback type book that just goes through, and no actual language. It just is pictures of all of the postcards. What I'm doing is, as I find a card or collect a card, I just am putting a little mark right here, so that if I see that there's not a mark there, then I don't yet have that card in my collection. So as you can see, as I flip through some of these pages, there are several cards I don't yet have. This one I do, indicated by that little mark. So that's just my way of tracking, and not getting too many duplicates of these cards that I'm wanting to collect. All of them. So how am I collecting them? Well, eventually I'm going to have to upgrade from this small photo album, but these are the ones that I have so far. I'll go through them real quickly here. I have this one where they're in a gift card shop and the kids are running amok. I mean, there's so much to look at. Look at that little mouse or rat running away. These cats are getting married with a photographer there. There's a new baby here. These cats are always mischievous. I think that's why I'm drawn to them, because I'm a little ornery and mischievous myself. These cats look like they're in a bank. And as you can see, sometimes there's dogs that, are running amok and startle the cats. I mean, this guy has a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's the artiste. This is actually a scene of, cats at the dentist office. Isn't that fun? Anyway, so you can see, and I'll just flip through. I don't have a huge collection yet. I did just buy a bunch from, I can't remember if it was Matt or John. I think it was John, but I did buy a bunch of these cards from, I think that's it. So yeah, so far I have 2, 4, 13 out of the however many total there are. I actually haven't counted them yet. But my goal is to end up with all of them. And if you're into these kinds of postcards, I just wanted to give you a little bit of information on them. Plus, you know, it's just always fun to meet like-minded people. And maybe somebody's typing into the old YouTube or Google about these Alfred Mainzer postcards. They come across this video and they're like, whoa, weird, small world. There's a random guy in Oregon who also collects these. Maybe we can talk about our other collections. I don't know. I'll also put the website where I found all that information about the artist and the cards, so that if you want to do a deeper dive and read about and look at the various postcards, then you can do that. So, short but sweet video. Hope you enjoyed checking out that collection of mine. In future videos, I'll talk about some of the other types of cards I've started collecting. Yeah, I make that face because I got into postcards thinking I'm not going to be collecting any. I'm strictly going to be buying them and selling them, you know, reselling them. But there's just too many cool cards that I've definitely started collecting various ones. And slowly throughout me making these videos, I'll start sharing those collections with you. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you like videos about postcards, consider watching, if you haven't already, my introduction or welcome videos so you kind of understand why I'm doing this channel. And if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you're not into collecting these cards, but there are certain kind of postcards you do collect, I'd love to hear about those if you comment in the comment section. All right, see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.